everyone, this is Andraya from Telegraphy and Tarot. Thanks for coming to my channel. So today we're going to do another pick a card. We're going to pick between the two images, two different cards that you saw on the thumbnail. Card number 1 is number 7, and it's Rebirth. The gemstone is a smoky quartz. Here's the smoky quartz. It's like my favorite stone. And pile number 2 is number 8, the love card. And this stone is in Aurora quartz. You can see there's some rainbow colors in there. It's quite beautiful. So you can pause the video. You can choose by the number. You can choose the image or the gemstone, or you could watch both. And then at the end, we'll pick an oracle card to see what your message is from Spirit. Okay, everyone, I'll see you at your pile. Hi, pile 1. So your card is Rebirth. And I have to say that I tried many times to switch these cards up, but this card kept falling out with it, which is Lost. So I think we're going to have to leave it out. I believe that Spirit has an important message for someone here today. And we will get to it. So what I'm going to do in front of you is I'm going to pick an oracle card, and what we'll do is we'll leave it here till the end. Okay, Spirit, so this is for pile 1. What do they need to know? What do you want them to know about these cards? This is for pile 1. Whoa, conflict. I don't know if you saw how that fell out, but that was pretty interesting. So this is conflict, and we'll read this at the end. So this is what Spirit's saying. There's going to be rebirth after that. Maybe you felt you've lost something or someone, okay? We'll get to that at the end and see what the conflict is. So what I'm going to do now is pull some Life Happens cards. This is for pile 1, Spirit. Let me move this out of the way. Okay. Okay, Spirit. Conflict, rebirth, and lost. Friends. Okay, this could be regarding a friend. We're going to keep going a little more. Let me pull one more. Okay, thank you. Counseling. Interesting. Okay, and I'm going to pull this. Friends lost. Maybe you lost connection with a friend, okay, from after a conflict. And maybe now there may be some rebirth to this connection, okay? Higher self activation. Great card. Transformation, Pluto. That is also rebirth, transforming. Guarded vulnerability. So let's see what we can find what's going on here with these messages, okay? Interesting card so far. At the bottom of the deck is stability, harmony, and flow. Okay, so that's what you want this energy to flow. We'll find out what the conflict is. Okay, Spirit. This is for pile 1, Spirit. What do they need to know? Hangman. So I'm going to just lay the cards out in the spread, and then we'll get to it. Knight of Wands. Emperor. Page of Cups as the challenge. Interesting. Knight of Pentacles. The Star card. Beautiful card. Okay, so we have a few that came out. Wow. Okay, I'm going to take them because I feel like they're important. So we have the Four of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the High Priestess. Okay. All right, pile 1. At the bottom of the deck is Seven of Wands. And the Seven of Wands has to do with you standing your ground about something, being defensive. Maybe there was gossip, okay, because we're talking about some conflict here. So someone had to stand their ground about something, okay? Let's see if we could find a little bit. This could have caused a delay, all right? So the Hangman is either a delay from a plan that you had, or however, if you notice this Hangman has a very illuminated head. So there might have been a delay. Maybe, there's been a while, there's been an impasse here, I feel like, after a conflict. And now there's plenty of time that this Hangman had time to think. So what's this Hangman thinking about? Okay. They had time to think about it. Maybe they're thinking about this situation, this conflict that was here. Let's get a little more on this card. Okay, Spirit, can I have a clarifier for the Hangman? Yes, it's talking about this conflict. Five of Wands is a conflict. Same card. Okay, there's some sort of conflict here. Something happened that caused a delay in something. It could have to do with a friendship. Okay. Tell me more. Yes. Temperance. This was spiritually guided. Someone needed a lot of patience. This is someone who's very kind and patient. Okay. However, maybe they're healing from this conflict. It's been a long time. All right. Someone's trying to, maybe someone's rebirth here as they had a loss. All right. Maybe this friendship ended and someone is healing from this. Okay. This conflict that happened here. And they had a lot of time to think about it. Yes. They chose to love themselves now with this Queen of Cups. That's what I believe this is. This, I'm not sure if this is a love read or just someone finding self-love now after some sort of conflict or challenge that happened here. I feel like it's been a while since this conflict, okay? Or this conflict caused a moment of stillness, okay, where now they're healing from this. All right, so there might have been time after that. Let's just go a little further. And someone's finding some self-love here. Or someone's deciding maybe This illuminated head in the hangman is someone thinking of expressing their emotions in some way, maybe apologizing, maybe, giving an olive branch here. It's possible. Okay. They want to heal the situation. Maybe they're on your mind. Okay. Yes. To bring a balance to the situation. This is the Six of Pentacles. Giving and taking here. So let's see. Now, the Knight of Wands is someone who's very fiery energy, someone who's very passionate. They're very impulsive, okay? And it's very possible that someone, let's try and see what this is. This could be a creative idea you have, something you're very passionate about, or someone around you. Let's see if we could get a little more. Okay, Spirit, tell me about the Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here? The Magician. This has to do with someone being in control, having a control of the situation, knowing how to use all the tools that are available to them. Sometimes this person can be, sometimes can manipulate a situation. Let's get a little more. This this Knight of Wands could be an energy of someone who's inconsistent. They're impulsive and playful and fun, and they're very confident in themselves. This has to do with money. Maybe this has to do with someone's commitments. Could be family, could be money. Okay. Let's go a little more. I'm not quite getting this yet. Maybe someone's in control and manifesting something that they truly desire, something that they really want. Maybe it's about bringing money in. Maybe this has to be with family. It could be this conflict. Maybe you're just having thoughts about what's really driving maybe the Lost card is representing metaphorically, like something that you're really good at as being a magician here. To make your money, you may want to be following a passion, but maybe you're lost about what that passion is at the moment. And that's why this Chariot is goal oriented. This is destiny, victory and success toward a destiny. And if you see the two horses are pulling apart from each other, it could very well mean that there are some bumps in the road, some delays, some obstacles, but it doesn't matter because this Chariot is full speed ahead with victory and success, no matter what troubles arise. And this could mean financial. Again, we could be talking about someone's money, this King of Pentacles. So the conflict may not be a physical conflict. It may be internal conflict about what you really want to do here. And this is what you could be in conflict about, following what's in your heart here, and what you love as this Queen of Cups. And it's very possible what's lost is that you're not sure which direction, which you want to go to. Okay. This is past energy. So this may have happened already. And you've maybe made a commitment now after you've thought you were lost. You made a commitment and now you're moving full speed ahead with the Emperor. This Emperor is very devoted. This is a father figure. This is a plan. This is something very strong and sturdy and confident. Stable. Okay. This could be a person in your life, a boss, a company. This could be you with a plan for your money here. Wow. Now, what's interesting is we have the Queen of Swords and the Empress that came out with the Emperor. Okay. This could be mother and father. These are equivalent. These are the equivalents. Okay. The Empress and the Emperor are mother-father. Okay, they're both equivalent in this tarot deck. We have it's a very interesting combination here because the Queen of Swords is in the middle. What I'm thinking here is either someone decided with this plan that the strength and stability and this abundance that comes here as this Empress, someone who's very confident. Both Emperor and Empress is very, very confident energy. This could be between a mother and a father having conversation, having strong opinions about something. This could be the conflict. of a mother and father having strong opinions. The Queen of Swords speaks the truth. This is speaks the truth, speaks justice. Sometimes she's very blunt and direct, doesn't take any crap from anyone, cuts things out that doesn't serve her anymore. She stands for justice. There's something going on here. Let me just get a little more about these two, because this is like the couple, a very strong couple here. What fell across the cards was the Knight of Cups. This is somebody expressing their emotions here. I need a little more. This has to do with peace and harmony in the home, okay? Okay, Spirit, tell me what's going on here. Wow. Wow. What just fell out was the Death card and the Devil, okay? There is something going on here currently. Could be the conflict. Something toxic has to end. There's something toxic here with the Devil card. This is the either some bad experience. This could be something that you overindulge in. A bad experience that ends regarding this couple. Whether this is a power couple that someone expresses about something that's toxic in the home, okay? And somebody stands up for their rights. Somebody stands up for them. Somebody expresses their emotions. Something here that's toxic is going to end here, or this is what is happening. Wow. Maybe this is a relationship ending, okay? The marriage ending. Someone taking an action with this King of Wands. I'm not quite sure what we're talking about yet. Let me just see if I can get a little more here. This is a general reading. We have the Queen of Wands, and this could be someone intercepting here. The Queen of Wands is an action, someone who's very confident, someone who's very intuitive. You know, this could be the daughter of this family members, okay? Look at her face in this deck. Do you see her face? Usually the Queen of Wands is really great energy, but sometimes she interferes in things, okay? This Queen of Wands, she has a lot of fiery energy. She's a go-getter. She's an adventurer. But look at her face in this deck. So, and there's something here with the Devil and the Death card with the peace and harmony. This could be interfering, you know, maybe somebody's words or somebody's, something happened interfering in their, okay. This can mean a couple things. This is a general reading, so please be good to me. Okay, so if this is somebody's relationship, somebody had a conflict with someone, they're healing from this conflict and had a lot of time to think. There may be some rebirth into this connection. I feel like they could have been friends, okay? Friends first, you know, very good friends, and something happened. They got lost along the way, whether it's because they both went different directions, like these two horses, you know, future took them a different way, or someone was working on themselves, their commitment, loving themselves, and they decided to, you know, move forward with their passion, and it just got lost, this connection, okay? However, these two couple is like a power couple. This emperor and this empress is very connected, but somebody cut them off. It ended, all right? Maybe there was supposed to be someone having a confrontation here. Maybe someone was going to come and apologize. I'm not sure if that happened, but maybe someone didn't express their emotions. There is some, like, maybe somebody was loving and somebody cut them off immediately. I don't know what happened here, but whether somebody was already involved with someone or they were married, I'm not sure what this is talking about. There's a lot of energy here. All right. I feel like there might have been, yes, again, there was a fight. Whether somebody was already married or involved with someone, or if there's a third person involved in this something toxic situation in the home, okay? That had to end. There was something that ended the relationship. Maybe this relationship was toxic. It had to end. And it interfered with this powerful connection here. Okay? I'm not sure what this is saying. That what I think here, and I don't know if this is making any sense to you. Please let me know in the comments if it does. The challenge is this surprise in the cup. This is expressing your emotions, good news, getting a message. Maybe this message was never given, was never sent. This message was never sent. Yes, it ended. This connection with somebody ended. The 10 of Swords, they felt rejected. They felt betrayed. It ended and severed the relationship. Bringing balance and connection here. Justice, making a final decision. Someone, yes, it was very shocking. Something happened very shocking that ended this connection with somebody. Okay? Could have been a friend. The truth and clarity came forward. Somebody became clear. Okay? That's what this tower is. It was clear. A message was saying, this was the challenge. Okay? That somebody maybe had a clear message and said, I'm out of here. I'm leaving. I'm not taking this anymore. I'm out. This is when something gets so chaotic that somebody mentally checks out or they physically leave a situation. It looks like something ended here. That's what it's saying. It's lost. Something happened here. Okay? The challenge is, this happy connection, this 10 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is happy and family life, happy life, right? But something happened here. Something came to the realization that there was something toxic, whether they were this person who who you're talking about or thinking about, could have already been in a situation with someone, okay? And maybe they were giving affection to you. However, there was something here that I feel like there's like too many people involved in this connection, which made it very toxic, okay? Or maybe they were in a toxic situation in their home, connected with someone that was toxic and couldn't really express how they really felt here, okay? But in the meantime, this Queen of Swords cut them out. She didn't take any crap and it ended, and it just sounds like it ended in a very big conflict. However, the challenge is this message ended things. It was very shocking. There was some truth and clarity. Or maybe the challenge is you didn't know the truth, okay? And walked away without knowing the truth. That's why I think somebody wants to come forward. Yes, it ended the connection. This was heartbreak, separation, breakup, sometimes a third party. It sounds like we're talking about a relationship. I think you too could have been very happy, okay? I'm looking at friends. It could have been that you started up as friends first, very good friends, okay? And the connection might have built. However, with the Knight of Pentacles, this is something that moves very slowly, okay? Whether this is a goal that you have in mind and you want to achieve, they move very, very slowly, okay? Because it's a very slow-moving night. But when they finally get to the destination or they get to the goal, it's very rewarding. And this is coming up in the near future. So has it been a very long time since this happened? Maybe they're thinking of coming towards you. All right, this is someone, Nine of Pentacles. There might be some improvement here or someone who's very enjoying the single life. Okay, let me just see a little more what this is talking about. Someone feels like there's a block here. There's the Two of Swords with the decision that needs to be made, okay? Because it's been such a long time. Yes, they've been doing soul searching with the Hermit. They've been gone for a very long time. This has been a long time coming. And they're thinking of taking an action now, okay? I'm just feeling this. Whatever happened here, I feel like, yeah, the sun. This is blessings, happiness. These are really good cards. Someone's been watching you. Maybe they're watching your social media. They're thinking of reaching out and communicating and speaking their truth to you. That's what I think is going to happen here. I don't think you knew the whole story, okay? And it got lost here some way. I think there should have been a conversation. It might be too late for that, although the sun is here, so it's illuminating happiness here. Someone was like rebirth. They want to bring it back. This star card is healing. It's having hope and a wish fulfillment. My God, with the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. Somebody is still having hope that there'll be a wish fulfillment. Someone is very guarded and vulnerable, but there's some transformation. I think one changed, and the other person is now coming around. It's interesting. Yes, the Hierophant, toward commitment, toward a higher power. Either somebody grew spiritually from this connection, okay, or from this separation, or now someone's wishing like they had a lot of strength, okay, they built themselves up, they reached a higher self, they're activated. Is this you, or this transformation? Maybe both of you raised up, okay, from this time. Maybe this person will want to commit. If this person in the past was someone who was very free, and this is inconsistent, they were just fun and charming and flirty and fun, and that's how they wanted it, okay. Maybe commitment was not much on their radar, okay, and this could have, maybe they were committed with someone else. That's why the 2 horses are pulling apart. Something happened here that was toxic and ended the relationship. It severed it, but they didn't tell you everything. And now in the future, somebody's either reaching a higher self, they're working on themselves, they're working on their, transformation. They might not even recognize you anymore, how strong you are now, okay? You're a totally different person than you were then. With the Strength card. So what I'm seeing is that there's the 4 of Cups and the 5 of Pentacles. They feel abandoned during this separation. Whether you feel this way or they feel this way, you may have lost interest in them, or they feel you've lost interest. You may reject them again, okay? However, I feel like there is something here with the 5 of Pentacles. Someone's feeling a lack from this rejection. So let's just get a little bit more and see. Either they feel rejected. Let me just see. 4 of Cups. Yeah, this person has their arms and legs crossed. Yeah, for new beginnings. They may want to come and communicate with you with this, give you a new offer, a new opportunity, with this 4 of Cups, but she is just not even paying attention. She has her arms crossed, her legs crossed, she has her earphones on. She's not even paying attention to this cup that's coming toward her, okay? The 5 of Pentacles is feeling a lack somewhere, or feeling abandoned, left out in the cold. whether this person is thinking of approaching you, and you may not even like take a bite. You may not even respond to them because I don't even think you're interested. I think you've transformed. You're at a higher level now. For some of you, okay? Some of you may have opportunity for a new beginning, all right, with this person. I'm seeing the Four of Swords and the High Priestess. This could mean, trusting your intuition here. There might have been, a big rest. This could be recuperating and taking a break from whatever this was. And this might have been a long interlude here, okay, this conflict. You may be surprised when you hear from them. This is entirely up to you. Yes. And honestly, the Spirit's not even going to give you the answer because it's the Two of Wands and the Moon card. You may be confused. You may have to make a decision about, and it's really the Spirit saying it will be your choice to decide what you'd like to do here. Some of you may choose to ignore this person and not even express any interest at all. Some of you may want to hear them out and start a new beginning with them, okay? And this is entirely up to you. If you want to rekindle and heal this connection, this, whether with a friend or a lover or a partner or a family member here, there is possibility for rebirth, okay? And that's what it could be. Or just letting it go. But I don't feel like that. I feel like someone's going to come and communicate after a long time. And they may want, you may get a wish fulfillment. There may be hope to rebuild this connection. However, this is something that will be revealed. Your decision will be revealed based on what you hear. And that's what it's saying. It's not giving you an answer. What's with something with the moon is something that's hidden that will be revealed to you. So it's unknown how you'll respond to this person because each person has their free will. And you're going to decide when you hear them out how you feel, and then you'll make that decision. It's not going any further about it. But why the High Priestess is here, it's saying to trust your intuition, okay? Because you may not trust this person anymore. It may be a trust issue. They may have destroyed the trust in the past, and you may have a problem trusting them again, all right? But this is entirely up to you. Spirit, can you clarify on the decision for this person? Yeah. Four of Pentacles is holding back. You may be holding back, or Spirit's holding back the information for you because this is something that you need to decide, that you'll decide if you want to communicate with them or not. And the Four of Pentacles is like this person's holding on to all the coins. They're holding on. So maybe it's saying to hold back. Let's get a little more. Let me just see. Four of Pentacles. Yes. You're in your power right now. And this Queen of Pentacles is very secure and stable and in her power. And it's very possible that, you're very independent. It's not like, it all depends on what you hear, the message you hear, and your decision. You don't need anybody in your life right now. You don't need them, but it's up to you if you decide that you want to have rebirth with them. If you felt like there was a loss somewhere and you missed them, maybe, just maybe in time, you'll learn to build again after a conversation. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Yes. And judgment is rebirth. It's shedding the old and being reborn. And this is what this whole thing was about. And this is what brought you to this reading, was the rebirth. So it's very possible that there could be a new connection in this relationship, whether it's a lover, relationship with a family member or a friend. Somebody's guarded and vulnerable, and there may be new beginnings here for this, for this connection. And it's entirely up to you. You may want to work together with the Three of Pentacles. You may want to do that. Someone's saying to be defensive and stand your ground about something. It's not saying, and be ready to communicate, okay? Because there's communication coming in. So maybe Spirit's just letting you know to be ready, okay? Not to worry, all right? But to be ready, because this could bring abundance, whether it's forgive the person or not. You don't have to, reconnect with them just to have this conversation about this conflict and let it out. Maybe we'll give you a chance to heal and move on or reconnect. All right, so let me just read your oracle card. Okay. So like I said, this will be your choice. If you feel like you want to reconnect with this person, you can if you want. I think they're going to reach out to you. They're going to communicate to you, okay? And that's what this is really saying. So your card is conflict. Let's move it here so you can see it. Okay. So the meaning of this card is a boat is being tossed around on a stormy sea and a sailor is trying to keep it afloat. This represents an upcoming situation or one you're going through at this time. It may come in the form of a conflict with another person, which may manifest in ongoing agitation or even open hostilities. This could also signify someone in your life who is thoughtless or dismissive of you. Whether it's a friend, a family member, or a coworker, it's very unsettling and you're not sure how to resolve it. Is there a difficult situation going on in your daily life? Perhaps your workload has increased to stressful levels. Perhaps a family member is ill or acting out. You're lost at sea in the middle of a storm you can't control, and high emotions are tossing you around. You may have to step outside the maelstrom to regain tranquility in your life. Some of the unrest could be with yourself. Are you making a situation worse through an attitude of fear and powerlessness? You must stand in your power and take steps to create a calmer approach. Express what you need to express and vent your feelings in your journal. Make decisions that honor you and consciously create some joy in each day. The storm will pass and you will be floating on a peaceful sea again. Yes, there's definitely some conflict here. Whatever the conflict is, okay, like I said, I'm reading for a general reading here. There is some communication here, and it's saying to stand your ground during the communication. Stand your ground, but be stern and generous here with your energy. You will make a decision, but it's not telling you right now what it is. Trust your intuition. Maybe it's okay to let something go or just let it go if it's stressing you out so much. Maybe walk away at the time when you feel like you need to. All right. Yes, because, sometimes with the Five of Swords, somebody, it's just they want to win just for the sake of winning. And for you to just walk away, sometimes this person's taken all the swords. They just want to win at all costs. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it's better to just walk away for your own sanity, right? So maybe for some of you, you may be walking away or letting something go. For your own, maybe that's one of the choices that you make, okay, if it gets so out of hand. Yes, for your happiness, okay, and contentment. And that's what it's going to work out. Whatever this is will work out, but it's going to be some sort of conflict here, okay? So I think there's like a lot of people involved in the conflict. Someone may have a tough decision to make. And, they may have to speak the truth, maybe do some research to back it up. I'm not sure what all this is talking about. It's quite involved. And it could cause a lot of, someone feeling abandoned or rejected. And it's good to have this conversation, okay? At least have the conversation. Maybe someone's very greedy or holding back some information. I'm not sure what this is. Okay, pile one. I'm sorry, there's a lot of confusion in this one, but there is a conflict here, and whatever it is, I believe you will work this through. And Spirit saying that this will be, with some work and effort, okay, there will be happiness. It'll work out. All right. Okay, pile one. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe because it really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate you. I'll see you again. Until next time. Hi, pile two. So you picked the card Love, number 8. And your stone is this Aurora quartz, clear quartz. I don't know if you could see the really pretty colors in it. Probably not. Yeah, that might have helped. Okay, so we'll leave that here for you. Move this out of the way. Okay. So let's pull some, first things first, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. Okay, Spirit, this is for pile 2. What message do they need to know about their reading? This is for pile 2, Spirit. I just heard topsy-turvy. It's a little old word to hear, but topsy-turvy, it's like turning something upside down, right? Maybe you feel like your love life is turned upside down, or topsy-turvy, taking a 360 sort of. I just heard topsy-turvy. Topsy-turvy. This is for pile 2, Spirit. What do they need to know? Okay. Joyous fun. It's an awesome card. Let's pull a Life Happens card. This is for pile 2, Spirit. What do they need to know this week? Noticing love at the bottom, the cutout, at the split of the tarot deck. Okay. Inner strength. Change. Anger management. Rock bottom. Huh. What is going on here with these cards? Freedom. Okay. Okay, Spirit, this is for pile 2. What do they need to know? Shadow side, moon, and the dark side. Starting right off the bat here. vanity and pride and ego. Toxic patterns bound. What's going on? All right, there's too many that fell out, but I did see this. So there's masculine, distance, retreat, or timeout, renewal and spark, integration and union. This is about a couple here that there's some sort of toxic energy. Remember, awakening, reflection, projections, messages, Mercury, travel, communication, masculine energy here. Wow. Another messages card. It does say dreams, but another message card. What is going on, pile 2? So it looks like there's something toxic here. Somebody is renewing. Okay, there was a distance, a time out with this masculine energy. Maybe someone's ego or pride was hurt. Now they're looking back at it. There's a lot of inner strength and change. Somebody was angry. This could have been someone that you were in a partnership with. Something that was toxic and a pattern here. Sorry, I have the window open. It's so nice here tonight. Yes, we're looking for justice. This is about fairness and balance and justice, making a decision here. Let's go a little more. Magician. Great card. The King of Pentacles. I'm feeling a lot of Taurus energy here. I don't know why. I'm seeing the bull here, but I'm sensing like Taurus energy. It doesn't have to be, but I am sensing that. That might pertain to someone here. The challenge is the Death card. All right. This is not a bad card, so don't worry about that. All right. These are great. We have the Queen of Cups and the Strength card. Okay. Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. They came out together. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles, and this has to do with someone's security and stability, or financial security, or emotional, okay, or commitment. Yeah. Okay, there was a final decision here with justice. There's a final decision. There is some balance here regarding a heartbreak. So this is past energy. There might have been something there was a breakup or heartbreak here. Somebody had a final decision, a final ending. Okay. It might have happened very quickly with the Knight of Swords, or very abruptly. Very quick, or someone could have been confrontational. Yes, this was Very, this either somebody was backstabbed with the Ten of Swords, or this was just a final ending. This is past energy, so it's just telling you that somebody had a breakup here, whether this was a divorce or just a final decision to end something. This is what the inner strength is. They ended it. They made a change. Maybe there was anger involved. Somebody hit rock bottom and couldn't do it anymore. And they decided to choose freedom. Okay. They wanted to be free from whatever this toxic connection was. We have the Magician. I'm going to pull some cards with the Magician here, but this is someone who's in control, someone who has all the tools that are available to them. They know how to use the resources that they need. They're very knowledgeable and very intelligent. Also, are very in touch with their, it's like magical. Like they have a lot of intuition and very powerful. This is about a new beginning, something that you're passionate about. This is a new opportunities or new beginnings with something creative, passion, fiery energy here. It could be a new relationship, new beginning, something that someone's very happy about, something that brings you happy. This could be the birth of a child as well, someone creating birth. Okay. But this could also be the birth of a new project that gives you passion. You're in control of this after some heartache, after some pain that you went through. You started focusing on a new beginning, something that draws passion to you. Okay. And this is really good energy. Something that, this is joyous fun. So it looks like for you to be where you are, maybe this could be a new partnership. Okay. This could be a new relationship, or this could be a partnership. All right. Joining with a business partnership. But it looks like to me that you didn't get here easy. You went through something. All right. There was a change, and now you feel renewed and spark. Okay. There is a union here. So whether this is a new union after some time, um, it's saying remember awakening. Maybe you're starting to feel alive again. You're starting to feel free to be yourself, to be happy. Okay. Um, what I'm seeing is there was something here that was toxic with communication and messages. So I don't know what this is, whether this was in the past energy, that there was a issue with communication. Maybe you felt that was a toxic situation, that somebody always like mentally checked out. There was no like good conversation or communication. It wasn't productive, maybe. This King of Pentacles is very secure and stable. They are wealthy. They are someone who is very secure, confident, very generous, a business person, an entrepreneur. So let's see who this could be, whether this is your energy um, or just your worth ethic, your work ethic. I'm sorry, I can't even talk. Making business decisions here about your financial security. We have the Hangman and the Moon. Now, this is very interesting how these are coming out together, because there might have been a delay in a business decision, or there might have been a delay, or not even a delay, just maybe you had time to think about this person here. This person could be bringing you, that's still being realized. Like this Hangman's illuminated. Maybe they like to move slowly. Maybe there was a delay in the connection, and now it's being renewed. But there's some sort of illumination here around the head of the Hangman, which is they're seeing something from a new perspective. Okay, it's quite enlightening. So maybe it's someone who was in a toxic situation. Maybe they are starting to see, the light. I'm seeing this card is not even the card I pulled, but I'm seeing this at the bottom, like light. You're seeing the light after something here. What I'm seeing is this could be also someone who's in your life who makes you see things and you're still learning about them. It's all the unknown, and you're interested. Okay, you could be interested in this person. You could be learning more about them. Okay, there are things that are hidden, things that are unknown, but you're learning about them and interested in them. This person could be very romantic. They could be very honest and open communication. They could wear their heart on their sleeve. They could be very loving. So this person could just be a very good communicator, very loving. They wear their heart on their sleeve. They can express how they feel. They're very loyal. Okay. But I think these are all things that you're learning about this person. I have a feminine energy who's very, very independent, secure and stable, wealthy, very independent. She is basically the perfect connection with this King of Pentacles. She's the perfect partner, right? They're both very well to do. They both have, their ambitions, and security and stability, but together they fit nicely together. So it just looks like, to me, this is like learning about someone new, having the patience and taking the time to learn about each other. That's what it seems like to me, getting to know someone. There's a lot of, revealing the things that is illuminating his head. I'm seeing like they're really getting to know each other and liking the conversation and learning a lot about each other, where in the past there might have been something toxic here and totally different energy, That's what I'm saying. Open communication. What I'm seeing is the challenge is the death card, and that's not a bad thing here. This is talking about something that ended and someone reborn, okay? Someone growing. Let's see what this is. Yeah. Being happy here, celebrating social events. Maybe, the social events will end, the social outings will end. Or what's reborn here is someone learning to be independent here. They're growing on their own, having time with friends and learning to be independent and growing. This person may have went through some toxic situation in the past, whether this is you or your person, and you've just been enjoying, learning to regrow, to feel this renewal in you. Okay, this spark. And this could be living life, having fun, joyous fun. Okay, it means the same thing. Being independent, enjoying the single life. Okay, and maybe this is, how you see yourself right now, like being this kind of energy right now. This could be a challenge for someone who falls in love, right? I think it's just a good advice, to go slow with this, because it seems like, this person here, the challenge is that they're focusing on themselves right now. Okay. Looking brightly toward the future. They have plans for the future. Okay. Let's see. Why is this a challenge? Yes, this is about communication, something that's a surprise, receiving a message that's a surprise, expressing how you feel. This may cause someone to feel, someone getting a wish fulfillment. So, maybe this union is a fast connection and somebody wants to go a little slow because they finally have their freedom, right? They went through something with someone and now they have their freedom. So maybe they just want to take it slow here. They're learning to love themselves right now, which I think is beautiful, right? They want to keep a slight distance. That's what I'm saying. Because of everything they went through. But, you may have, I'm going to cover the bodies. I'm sorry. These are the lovers here. Okay. You may have, grown close with this person. You may have seen their qualities. You may like the qualities in this person. You may grow to love this person. Okay. You may adore them, right? This person's a go-getter. This person's very fiery. I kind of feel like a sexy energy with this King of Wands. They may have a lot of passion. They may like to travel, have a lot of adventures. They're very strong and they make decisions and they make plans here. There's the Queen of Swords. Okay, so unless this is another person, Or this Queen of Swords is very, very stern on keeping her self-love. And it's very important to her to keep the self-love. She will speak directly, cut things out that don't serve her anymore. She speaks for justice, right? I think this queen doesn't want any more issues like the past. She doesn't want any depression. She doesn't want anyone maybe who drinks a lot of alcohol, or has, regrets about things of the past. I think depression's a big thing here. Maybe it's moving very fast, and the Queen of Swords, this queen doesn't want it to go that fast, okay? They could be moving very fast, and that could be putting a halt on it, because this queen right now, or this female feminine energy, is enjoying the freedom, is enjoying the fun, is enjoying her identity. And this is a change. She has inner strength. Yes, she's very strong, and she wants to remain strong. There's victory and success, getting recognition, finally receiving like the attention that you deserve here. Tell me about the Strength card. Yes, this Eight of Swords. Someone could feel stuck or have fear here. Okay, they don't want to feel vulnerable. That's what I'm sensing. They don't want to be open to, they don't want to feel stuck in a situation. All right. They want to feel strong and in control at all times, because they're still healing from a situation, or this is what they being hopeful about. Yes, and it could put a little conflict to the situation, where somebody, feels like they don't want to feel, like they're stuck, that they have to answer to someone, or I don't know what this is, but if this person shows any anger or any kind of red flag for this feminine energy, they're going to walk away. They're in a very strong energy. They are not going to settle for anything that makes them feel like they're getting in the same boat as they were. They do not want that. Okay. Nothing toxic. They want someone who's secure, stable, strong energy. Yes. And they'll communicate this very clearly to someone. Okay. I think that's what this is. They're going to communicate very clearly about this energy. And if they don't like it, they'll walk away. Yes. They'll stand their ground about this. Very, very stern about this energy. Okay. This is very clear communication here that's going to be had. There's going to be very clear communication and an action here. I do see an offer that comes. Yes. So someone has a tough decision to make about some truth. Okay. And it's either your truth or their truth. Someone has a very difficult decision to make. All right. And this could be an offer that you receive. Maybe you're going to get an offer that they want to, be an item with you, like they want to be with you. Maybe they want to give you this offer, whatever this opportunity is to be together. And there's a tough decision you need to make. There'll be clarity that comes to this. There'll be truth that comes to this. And this is like a tough decision that you will come to. Okay. There is something toxic here. Now, I'm not sure what this toxic thing is, all right? But this is your red flag. So if there was a red flag and you are sensing a red flag and now you're trying to overlook it because they're giving you everything you want, this is the tough decision. You don't want to go back to the toxic. You want, you're moving forward. You want this freedom, joyous fun. You want to be able to have fun with your friends. You don't want someone who's going to be angry if you go out with your friends. You don't, you don't want that kind of energy. You want to feel free. Okay. And that's what you're looking for. So there is something here that's toxic that you are leaving. Okay. And if it comes to the point where you learn that there's something toxic here, sorry, I forgot to cover her. I'm probably going to get in trouble now. I'll have to cover that. But there may be something here that you may feel that there's something toxic. If your intuition's telling you there's something toxic here, trust your intuition. There's some truth and clarity that may come to you, and regardless of the feelings, you may have a tough decision to make, okay, about how this will work out. And you'll get a wish fulfillment, whatever this is, with the 9 of Cups. Okay, you'll be happy with this decision. It'll work out. Yes, somebody may walk away or leave something behind. Whether that toxic thing is left behind, or you're leaving the person because something was toxic, or maybe it's not an issue anymore, okay? Yes, maybe this has to do with marriage. Yeah. Or children. Or just you being very grounded. And, this is the Empress, the 4 of Wands, and this Knight of Cups. They're going to express that they want to marry you, probably. This is like saying that you're everything that they wanted. It should be this way. Okay? You're everything they want. They're offering you everything. This is the Empress, who is very grounded and abundant. This person's expressing their love and romance, and they want to woo you. And this is peace and harmony, or a marriage ceremony, some big event. Okay. So, if this isn't the same connection, this could be someone new who comes in with all these qualities that you're looking for. You might meet them through work. Okay, or focusing on the good. Yeah, this new love that comes in. Maybe someone you meet will have all these qualities. Yes, because you're still a wounded warrior right now. So don't settle for anything. Right now you have this passionate energy about you. This is the Page of Wands. This is someone who has passion. This is good news. Following a passion that you have, a level up card. I think that, if you're feeling something's not right, something may be toxic with someone, trust that intuition, because it's saying that, you'll know that when you meet this one, okay, if this is somebody else who's giving you everything, they're going to offer you everything, and you'll know, okay, this is the renewal, the spark in you that ignites you with this union. Okay. So that's what I feel like. You may already know this tough decision, because you know that somebody has to walk away or leave something. All right. And that may be difficult, but yeah, there's a decision that you're making here in love. Yeah. 6 of Cups, memories of the past, nostalgia, family. So keep it in mind that, this could be someone you know from the past, or just memories of the past, honoring the memories and what you've went through. Okay. And learning from those experiences. Yes, you'll find a balance. Right now you're outweighing the pros and cons, and you'll make the right decision. I think you'll decide. Right now you're still trying to figure it all out. And yes, it's a tough decision, but you will make the decision. And you'll do what you need to do here, I think. I'm pretty sure you know what it is already. Yes, I'm sorry. There's something there's something toxic, all right? That's pressing you to have these doubts. And that's why it's becoming a tough decision. That's why you feel like you need to protect yourself, because you do. So trust your intuition. And this new person here that's going to build this spark is going to come close to your life here. They're going to come into your life and have all the good qualities that you want with none of this. Okay. All right. So let me read you Joyous Fun. Number 7. Okay. And this card reads, an excited family gets ready to enter a light-filled amusement park, signaling the increase of joyous energy in your life. It could be as simple as a happy vacation coming up, or it could herald a new relationship, bringing more fun and excitement. Perhaps a lighthearted friendship will usher in some more social activity. You may be engaging in interesting pursuits that bring a sense of happiness into your daily life. And when you choose to have some fun, your bliss will expand. Getting into something that you enjoy will open up your heart to all the other joys that are already in your life. So join the dance, group, chorus, tennis league, or whatever fun thing that you're thinking about. Choose to increase the happiness in your environment and in your attitude. After all, each day is yours to create. Find and embrace the joy that's available now, and wonderful new adventures are sure to come your way. That's what I think. Pile 2 that you're reading. I hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe because it really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate you. Okay, I'll see you again. Until next time.